Hello and welcome to Feast with Nina. Craving that iconic KFC crunch at home? Today I'm bringing the Colonel's secret right to your kitchen with wings, thighs, and a double-dredge batter for a thick and crispy crust. Back when I lived in Ireland, I always used buttermilk to marinate my chicken just like they do in the southern US states. But since moving to Greece, buttermilk just isn't something you find on the shelf. So today, I'm showing you my go-to alternative using milk and eggs that still gives you that tender, flavorful bite we all love. This one's packed with flavor and plenty of soul. So grab your apron, heat up that oil, and let's get to frying our crispy, juicy, golden brown southern fried chicken. Today we're using 1.5 kilos of meat. We have 700 grams of wings, separated and without the tips, and 800 grams of deboned chicken thighs. All the meat has been washed and cleaned, so it's time to spice things up a bit. We're using a blend of the following herbs and spices: half a teaspoon of paprika, half a teaspoon of chili powder, half a teaspoon of ground ginger, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon of dried oregano, half a teaspoon of mustard powder, half a teaspoon of black pepper, and 1 to 1.5 teaspoons of salt. And if you can take the heat, add a couple drops of hot sauce. If you can find celery salt where you are, definitely add half a teaspoon of that to your seasoning mix. Once we add all our spices to the chicken, make sure to give it a good massage for maximized flavor. I like to give the meat a few light pricks with a sharp knife. It helps the seasoning soak in deeper and ensures the chicken cooks through more evenly. In a separate bowl, we're going to whisk together 200 milliliters of milk with 2 large eggs, then pour it over the seasoned chicken. We're going to move this to an airtight container and pop it in the fridge so that it marinates overnight. A good overnight soak not only tenderizes the meat, but adds flavor deep inside. It's almost time to fry our chicken, but first we need to prepare our batter for that beautiful golden crust. In a wide bowl, combine 350 grams of all-purpose flour with 100 grams of cornstarch, then stir in the following spices: half a teaspoon of paprika, half a teaspoon of chili powder, half a teaspoon of ground ginger, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon of mustard powder, half a teaspoon of white pepper, and 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Remove the chicken from the fridge. Start by coating each piece of chicken in the seasoned flour, making sure it's evenly covered. Next, dunk the floured chicken into your milk and egg mixture. Let the excess drip off. Now back into the seasoned flour for a second coat, and we really want to press the flour into the chicken. For frying the chicken, we want an oil with a high smoke point and a neutral flavor. Canola, sunflower, or corn oil will all do the trick. Heat the oil to around 165 degrees Celsius. Gently lower each piece into the oil, making sure not to overcrowd the pot. Also, it's important that we fry the wings and the thighs in separate batches since they require different cooking times. For the wings, around 10 to 12 minutes should suffice, and the deboned thighs generally require 15 to 20 minutes. Once it's done, transfer the chicken to a wire rack and let it rest for a few minutes before serving. Crispy on the outside, tender on the inside, this classic southern fried chicken is the real deal. Pair it with some coleslaw like I did, and you've got the ultimate comfort combo. May I dare say it's even better than what you get at those popular fast food chains. And this way we at least know exactly what we're eating. If you give this recipe a try, let me know how it turned out. I'm curious, what sides and sauces do you like to pair with fried chicken? Mashed potatoes, French fries, or perhaps a honey mustard dipping sauce? Drop your favorites in the comments. And if you've got your own secret blend of spices or a twist on the recipe, don't keep it to yourself, share it below. I love seeing how everyone puts their own spin on it. If you enjoyed watching the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Thanks for watching and join me again next time.